to happen out here, and there's always a small risk that something bizarre could happen. But I feel that, like in most scenarios, we simply are spectators to what's going on here, and very fortunately don't get caught up in these animals' ongoings. So I really don't think we do have anything to worry about, and would love for nothing more than to be able to see and witness a battle between these lions. It's something that I've never seen, and I have spent many years and many hours in the bush, and many hours with lion, and it's purely to hear the noises and see the power that these animals have that I would like to watch. It's not to see any individual lose or be killed. That would be a reason why I wouldn't want to watch, but it is a reality that these 5 males could at any point fight and kill a lion on one of these live safaris. So it isn't something that we will not film simply because it's sad and gory. It is nature, and it would happen whether we were here or not. But it is something that all of the viewers should prepare themselves for, because there is a very strong likelihood that one of us are going to be in the right place to film a battle with these lions. And it's not necessarily going to be with the Matimba males. It could also be with a pride of lioness, and already 3 lioness have been killed by these males. The most recent one was, I think, 3 days ago, and that was a lioness from the Styx pride. She was about 6 years old and possibly trying to defend the cub of her sister. Look at how impressive he is. Now, look at those eyes. Their manes are going to continue to grow. Oh, Jean-Ray, look here on the right. Some hooded vultures have arrived on the scene. And they would have seen these lions from far way up in the sky. And they've come in to make sure that the lions don't have a kill here. The good news is for these hooded vultures, even though the lions don't have a kill, which means there's no guaranteed meat for them to feed on, hooded vultures will feed on the feces of lion. Terrible thought, but that is the good news for them. Even though they have arrived here and there's no meat to feed on, all they need is one of these lions to defecate and they will have breakfast. And maybe that's what one of the males was looking at earlier when I said he was staring off into the distance. Maybe he could see these vultures way up in the sky. It was this individual. He's the biggest, and he's got not only the biggest body but also the biggest mane. So that's a distinguishing feature of him. He's got quite a light mane, and it'll be interesting to see what it develops into as they become more dominant. There's various different theories related to mane growth and what may cause it, and what may cause the darkness of the mane, and at what age should manes really develop. But one of the theories is that when males know that they are becoming dominant, which is exactly now for these males, the increased boost coursing through their veins as they go through this rampage increases mane growth, and I think it's a plausible theory. So it's going to be interesting in the next couple of months to see how quickly their manes grow and also how dark they become. We certainly do have a lot of growing to do, and for some of the guides who have seen them together, it's believed that the two Matimbas are considerably larger than these males, but obviously there's 5 of them here and only 2 of them bigger Matimbas, so thankfully they've got power in numbers, not necessarily size for the time being. Well, Lisa on Twitter asks a great question, and she's interested to know, how far have they traveled? Well, there was only 3 of them together yesterday on Buffalo's Hook, so we didn't get to see them, but there were 3 of them. The other 2, we're not too sure where they are, and we're not too sure where they reunited. I don't think we were tracking all 5 of them today. I think we were only tracking 3 of them. So they may have reunited somewhere in between this gap of where we're not sure where they were moving. But the 3 that we were following probably moved from the start of the tracks that we found. They probably moved about 2 to 3 miles. And that is simply during the point from where we found their tracks. We have no idea how far and how much zigzagging they did before we found those tracks. And it's quite possible that they moved anywhere from 7 to 10 miles and will move very, very large distances, especially at this moment when they are trying to establish dominance